Arctic air pouring into the Bluegrass State. It's bringing snow showers and squalls in time for the trip into work and school. I'll talk about the potential travel troubles just ahead.
And we're handling it as quickly, aggressively as possible.
A frightening discovery at a Lexington high school. Investigators say a student brought a gun to campus. What the principal told us about the case. An increased police presence tonight on the EKU campus as the university responds to a threatening message.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening. Here it comes. Tonight we're tracking a blast of Arctic air moving into the Bluegrass, and you may see some snow just in time for that morning commute.
It is the start of what is expected to be a long stretch of wintry weather. We begin tonight with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. He shows us what he's tracking on the First Alert Defender.
Guys, our first Arctic front is basically now through the Bluegrass State. It's that second push of much colder air lurking to our northwest that'll slam in here first thing tomorrow morning with a band of some snow showers and squalls with it that could put down some light accumulations around the morning commute. Live First Alert Defender with the front to our southeast. That is opening up the floodgates, if you will, from northwest to southeast. A lot of clouds out there, and eventually those clouds are going to begin to spit out those snow showers and squalls that increase into your Thursday morning. Anywhere from just a coating where you live to maybe upwards of an inch. So this isn't a lot of snow by any means, but it may be just enough to cause some slick spots to develop on area roadways, especially considering we have gusty winds that may blow some of that powdery snow around, and those temperatures that will begin to crash. Defenders picking up on a couple of snow showers in the far northeastern parts of the Bluegrass State, but overall, I don't expect a whole lot to show up over the next several hours. It's once we get into early tomorrow that we will notice those snow showers increasing across central and eastern Kentucky. Travel issues tomorrow morning, that will be the biggest potential that we're looking at. Again, not a whole lot of snow, but it doesn't take very much around here to cause some slick spots to develop on roads. Cold conditions, gusty winds will be with us as well. Speaking of the cold, 37 Lexington, 28 Indianapolis. Notice how we continue to step down into sub-zero temperatures. All this air is going to continue to dive into central and eastern Kentucky later tonight and into your Thursday. Rounds of Arctic cold and snow squalls. Highlight or low light your 7-day forecast when I come back in about 10 minutes, guys.
Chris, thank you. If there are any school closings or delays tomorrow, you'll see them on WKYT News this morning beginning at 4:30. You'll also find closings and delays along with updated weather information on our website, WKYT.com.
Now to a breaking national story we're tracking tonight. Some sad news to have to report. CBS says longtime 60 Minutes correspondent Bob Simon was killed tonight in a New York City car crash. Police say he was a passenger in a car that was hit by another car. Simon joined CBS News back in 1967. He had covered most major overseas conflicts and news stories since then. Simon and his crew were even held captive by the Iraqi government for nearly 6 weeks during the 1991 Gulf War. He had been contributing to 60 Minutes on a regular basis since 1996. Bob Simon was 73 years old.
Well, parents we talked to told us they were shocked when they heard about it. Tonight, a Dunbar High School student faces charges after investigators say he brought a gun and ammunition to school.
Both Fayette County school leaders and Lexington police are now investigating what happened. Tonight, our Jordan Valines talked to Dunbar High's principal. It's our top story at 11.
We're told it was just before 2:30 on Wednesday afternoon when a student here at Dunbar High School spotted a gun inside of another student's backpack. And shortly after that, police were called.
Law enforcement went to the room and took the student into custody.
The high school student was arrested after police found an unloaded gun and ammunition inside of his backpack. While the student's motive for bringing the gun into school is still unknown, the principal says she's simply relieved that a situation as serious as this one was brought to their attention.
Very glad that the student stepped forward and said something. They don't want anything bad to happen, and they will report if they see something going on.
Less than an hour after the gun was discovered,
I have kids too, and I would want to know.
An email was sent out to parents informing them of exactly what happened.
I want all of our parents to know that we are on top of it and we're handling it as quickly, aggressively as possible.
As the investigation into this incident continues, the principal says school will resume as usual on Thursday. The principal said that the student will face serious administrative consequences, but she could not elaborate on exactly what those consequences will be. In Lexington, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
We understand the student has been charged with unlawful possession of a weapon on school property.
A threatening message kept most Eastern Kentucky University students and staff members home today. Police say that message found on campus last week threatened gun violence today, but in the end, it ended up being a quiet day at EKU with lots of extra security on hand. As Garrett Weimer tells us, people attending two big events on campus tonight noticed all the police presence.
As folks flock to the EKU Center for the Arts to see Alton Brown live, and likewise across the street at Alumni Coliseum, it's hard not to notice the police presence in the area.
5 cop cars in front of King Johnson, like there's a lot going on.
A lot of people I talked to say they weren't necessarily worried, but the increased visibility of police and security across campus has made them feel more secure.
But it's nice knowing that they're always there walking wherever we go. Like, we weren't afraid to go to the gym today, so we still went to the gym. Like, knowing that they're there, it's nice.
EKU police, state police, officers from Richmond and Berea as well. It's all hands on deck, strengthening security with so many people on campus for two big events.
We were joking about walking around campus, having everyone hold their hands up so we know that there's nothing going on.
Even as the day came to a close, wrapping up 9 days of tension following the discovery of the threat.
I don't know why you would make everybody so scared that they don't even want to go to class.
It's disgusting, to be honest.
Many still are trying to figure out why. In Richmond, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Police have not yet identified who wrote the threat in that bathroom stall. A grand jury has cleared a UK football player of a rape charge. Fayette Commonwealth's attorney Ray Larson tells WKYT the Fayette County grand jury decided not to indict defensive end Lloyd Tubman after hearing 3 days of testimony. Tubman was arrested last fall. He's a freshman who did not play last season. His attorney did not comment after the grand jury's decision.
Police have arrested a Madison County man they say tortured and abused 2 children. Richmond police charged 54-year-old Silas Powell with criminal abuse. They say last week he used an electric cattle prod to punish a 7-year-old and a 12-year-old. Police arrested Powell this afternoon. Former Morgan County Judge Executive Tim Conley wants a federal judge to reconsider his sentence for corruption. Conley filed an appeal asking for a reduced sentence. Last month, the judge gave Conley more than 7 years in prison, which is in line with federal guidelines for the crime. He also has to pay $130,000 in restitution. Investigators say he rigged bids on Morgan County bridge projects and received kickbacks. Conley has to report to prison by March 24th.
What investigators say started as a drug complaint ended with a credit card fraud case. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office's deputies found 2 men in a hotel room with more than 100 credit cards with the same name on many of them. Deputies charged Omar Syed and a second man with criminal possession of a forged instrument and marijuana possession. Police say the 2 were making credit cards using stolen numbers.
They were taking stolen credit card information, programming that information onto the cards. Then they were taking the cards to local businesses that dealt with MoneyGrams.
Police say the 2 men were using the credit cards to send money to offshore accounts in the Philippines. They also say they're not sure who the 2 men really are because their documentation could be fake.
The House has approved construction of a Keystone XL oil pipeline, setting up a showdown with President Obama. The pipeline bill now goes to the president's desk since the Senate has already approved it. The president has threatened to veto the bill because the State Department is still reviewing the impact of that project. The pipeline would send oil from Canada to Gulf Coast refineries. Neither the House nor the Senate have enough votes to overcome a veto. Here in Kentucky, a bill designed to help fight the state's heroin problem is moving forward. A state House committee approved the House version of a heroin bill today. The bill would provide more treatment options for heroin addicts. It would also let local governments create a needle exchange. The state Senate is considering its own version of a heroin bill.
All right, grab those lottery tickets. We have the winning numbers for tonight's $500 million Powerball drawing. It is the 5th largest lottery prize in U.S. history. Powerball officials raised the jackpot this afternoon because of strong sales all around the country. The winning numbers were drawn just a few minutes ago, and here they are: 11, 13, 25, 39, 54, and the Powerball is 19. We'll have those numbers again for you later in our newscast.
Today, President Obama asked Congress to authorize military force against Islamic State militants, and he has vowed ISIS will lose.
He says if left unchecked, ISIS will pose a threat beyond the Middle East, including to the U.S. homeland. Under the president's proposal, the use of military force would be authorized for 3 years, no matter where the militants are operating. He's also ruling out a large-scale U.S. ground combat operation like those in Iraq or Afghanistan. But some Republicans say they're skeptical of the president's proposal.
And with violent groups like this, there is only one option. With our allies and partners, we are going to degrade and ultimately destroy this terrorist group.
The president's point is that he wants to dismantle and destroy ISIS. I haven't seen a strategy yet that I think will accomplish it.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky has promised to begin hearings on the authorization request quickly. The final vote is expected in March. A grand jury has indicted a Western Kentucky woman in connection to a triple murder. 41-year-old Ann Plotkin now faces complicity to commit murder and resisting arrest charges in Trigg County. Police arrested her this afternoon. Police have charged Ryan Champion with murder in that case. The victims were his parents and sister. Police say Champion enlisted Vito Reservado's help in the killings last fall at a Trigg County home, and then police say Champion killed him as well.
Tonight, we're tracking the investigation into what police describe as a murder-suicide at a Hardin County home. Police say they found the bodies of 35-year-old James Williard and 30-year-old Julie Adams last night. Police think that Williard shot Adams, then turned the gun on himself. At this point, investigators are not sure what led up to the murder-suicide. Family members say that Williard and Adams were an on-again, off-again couple.
A man police say is known for pretending to be intellectually disabled to get money has been charged with rape. A Franklin County grand jury indicted Gary Thompson on the rape charge yesterday. Police say the victim was a woman he knew who actually has an intellectual disability. They say it's possible Thompson met her while pretending he was also disabled. Police say they want to keep Thompson in jail.
Getting the word out about this gentleman that he's taken advantage of people that are very vulnerable or of their acts of kindness, I think that's really important, as well as holding him accountable for these charges.
Thompson was already in jail for assaulting a corrections officer in Shelby County and for a forgery charge out of Barron County.
Police hope surveillance video will help them track down 2 men who stole money from a Leslie County store. It happened this afternoon at Mama Sue's Grocery. Police say that 2 men told the clerk they wanted to buy some cigarettes. When she went to the back of the store, police say the men opened the cash register and stole more than $2,000 in cash along with some checks. Police say the men drove off in a dark-colored truck.
Well, tonight it was the third try was the charm for the launch of a new space observatory. SpaceX launched the unmanned observatory late this afternoon from Cape Canaveral, Florida. Weather forced the first 2 launched attempts to be canceled. The observatory is heading to a solar storm lookout point 1 million miles away. It will provide advance warnings of incoming geomagnetic storms and give continuous views of the Earth. Pretty cool.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.